It's a bit crazy to think that 6 days are already behind Nichola and I as we start our second day in Beppu and 7th overall in Japan. But after one of the more relaxing evenings we could remember, it was time to get out of the Ryokan and check out a little bit of what Beppu itself had to offer. And after a short walk from the Ryokan, we went from Beppu Daigaku Station back to Beppu Station, which was in the heart of the city itself. And like most things in Beppu, even the station featured its own hot spring. Beppu is a city and spa resort on the southern Japanese island of Kyushu. With a population just north of 100,000, it's home to more than 2,000 onsens, drawing in both local and international visitors. Here in Beppu, walking around Beppu. One of the first things we set out to find in Beppu, right in the heart of the downtown area, was the Yayoi Tengu. A mythical creature known for its long nose, this Tengu statue has become a symbol of the city and certainly contributes to Beppu's unique charm and cultural significance. After visiting our long-nosed friend, we continued to wander the eerily quiet shopping streets of Beppu. I mean, look at this. Even the animals know how to relax around here. But the show must go on as we continued our stroll down near Beppu Tower. This 100-meter tall tower was originally completed and opened to the public in 1957 and even featured in a Godzilla movie. And look, I know you're not going to believe me here, but I didn't even know that going into this trip. It's just sort of a bonus. This fairly overcast day wasn't going to bring our moods down, as not far from the Beppu waterfront was a place I'd been telling Nichola about for some time. A place I just had to introduce her to. That's right. Don Penn himself welcomed Nichola to her very first visit of Don Quixote. After picking up a few souvenirs, it was time to head to our next destination, this time via the Beppu public bus system. And weirdly, despite this being my third trip to the country, this was really my first time riding a public bus in Japan. While researching previous trips to the country, I couldn't seem to find out one way or another if there was a single right or wrong way to do things. As it turns out, like many aspects of the country, various etiquettes can differ from city to city. But with a little push from Nichola, your boy became a brave little soldier and finally took the bus. After a 15-minute ride or so, we had finally arrived at our destination, the Chinoike Jigoku, or Blood Pond Hell. One of the hells of Beppu, it is a nationally designated place of scenic beauty. The hells themselves are actually 7 spectacular hot springs, which are used for viewing rather than bathing, displaying steaming ponds of various colors, bubbling mud pools, and other hydrothermal activity. Most visitors to Beppu will probably set out to visit all 7 hells, which can be done in a single day. But with a very tight schedule, we decided to pick one that was both easily accessible and the most visually interesting to us. We made our own way to this hot spring, but there are numerous options for visiting some, or in fact all of the hells in a few short hours, with various bus tours that include travel and admissions. I can't help feeling like we arrived in Beppu a little bit unprepared for all of the options on offer, as we believed we would spend most of the time, if not all of the time, relaxing at the Ryokan. But looking back and knowing now just how much there is to see and do, it certainly is a place that I'd love to come back to someday. But as for this trip, our time out and about exploring Beppu was quickly coming to a close, because as the early evening began to set in, we wanted to make our way back to our accommodation for the evening, for a quick soak before another amazing spread of food that would be put in front of us. I mean, it seems like we had barely recovered from the knockout punch of dinner the previous day, and night 2 at Nagamitsuki wasn't about to go easy on us. You okay? So after tucking into several all-new and all-delicious courses later, it was time to tuck into bed. But before that, let's take a look what's on TV.